Excuse me. Hello, beautiful fellow human being. Late night stream. Had to swing on by. Had a little bit of a relaxing day, trying to figure out some Valentine's Day gifts for my peoples, and got like a little goodie bag and found some stuff also. What is that? Oh, move that. Finally made it over to Tuppence. I didn't get any hooks. I noticed so much more. They had these really gorgeous jig hooks, but the head itself was a formed fish shape in fuchsia, really beautiful in color and texture. And grabbed some of these, and I'm not all too familiar what these are primarily used for. Perhaps some form of leader or attractor. I have some really old hooks where it's this and then the hooks, and of course weight, but gonna try it with the flies. Maybe it'll have some like movement that'll help me out and weight, like getting stuff out. But really grab some to use for eyes, bead chain eyes. I have like vaguely that size, however these are much heavier. So got some eyes, and I got a few other things. Mainly stuff that maybe I want to try to figure out how to make, even if just for my dad and his friends, or anybody. But let us see. So these, and not too heavy, but I really, really want to learn how to make these to make kind of like trolling. So when my dad is able, this feels nice. So, oh gosh, look at that. All right, so let me tell you exactly. And I grew up seeing all this stuff, but not really using it myself. Kingfish, tuna, mackerel, mahi, tormentor, a dino duster. Look at that. I mean, that's real nice. Like, one moment. I wish I were home. I wish I were home. You know what? I'm just very tired. I hope everyone's having a beautiful day. But these are the some of the things I'd like to get on making. And I have a few older ones I'll grab here shortly. I have one brass. My hair is looking crazy. It's so great. It's in the middle of the night here in Southeast Florida. But I have one brass bullet somewhere. Well, I'll surely find it. I know I have exactly one, and it's floating around, but I couldn't find any there. However, it's kind of like that. So I'm also gonna check out some brass findings in my dad's garage, because there might be some like for like air compressors or something, like brass fittings to get in there. And I found a sweater, so it should be plain backgrounds, no pattern fighting for the focus. And here's another thing I'd like to make. Now, pompano is my grandfather's favorite fish. I haven't really fished with any pompano rigs or anything, and I've seen these hook shapes before, and I really quite like them. And not quite like a circle hook, but chunky, kind of like chunky. But these pompano rigs, more than happy to give these a go. Both in fishing and to tie some up as well. So I want to try to figure out what kind of hook shape that was. I have some live bait hooks. However, I'm not sure what they're made out of. They could be quite old. And a little shimino or jig jiggy boy. A Muck City jig. Yeah, grab those, $2. Those are really pretty. Hey Carlos, how you been? Wicked timing. Walter is Walter dropped off the PS4, so I'll be able to, and with a screen, Code sent a screen over too, which was what my worry was. Like, shit, this is gonna be like weeks until I can find a stream, but all golden. I was debating on like playing a few games first to wake up a little bit. This color like makes me look like I don't know, an egg. But speaking of, finally grabbed one of these. I got the real. Please do not mind my pajama pants. They're awfully large on me. I can't really get them to stay, but got this spooled with just some 15-pound braid. Got a bunch in there. It was wound with the machine, so it's a little bunched up, but it was like $6 or something at Tuppence. And you know, I was just gonna get a spool so I could also. I wanted to see. I was just gonna throw braid on it, but then I was looking into it further, and a lot of people recommended putting some form of like, I forgot what it was called, not a leader, but like a leader from Reel 2 line, and but. I'm a little shy in the wild, and I was trying to ask him what he would have recommended, but before I could get the words out, he was just like, "I got you." So there's 15-pound test line on it, and very stoked to give it a go, because I do have a saltwater, or no, not saltwater, a fly combo, but it's like a $36 one from Amazon. Bringing it anyway, but I really do want to get things out there and into the rocks and try to get my dad some sand perch. But got one of these guys. Just grabbed one because I'll grab more. I will support Tuppence till the day I cease, but sometimes, you know, gotta be. Also, these, as you can see, these like bullets is kind of what I'm gonna be trying to find in brass findings. I have one suited for this purpose, however, just one. And I did look, I couldn't find anything similar, and I was looking for spoons there too. However, I realized I could probably just get away with butter knives and try to make some classic ones as an ode to the past. I also grabbed some small beads, only because I didn't have beads quite this tiny, and to protect that you're not, I don't know, I guess I never really thought of the reasoning behind the beads fully, maybe color, or something like that, silly thoughts too, like maybe it looks like something a fish is, or it distracts from the, and I heard someone say protects the knot, and I was like, oh. But, you know, I know next to nothing, so always happy to learn something new. I got a lot of room of these, just kidding. But I also grabbed these, they were on sale, aren't they gorgeous? And pompano jigs. And so I thought this would be perfect for the medium pull. I really enjoy fishing with the soft plastics, so I really want to give these a go, which I grew up seeing a lot of people using these weighted jig heads, but never personally gave a go. When I was a kid, my favorite was sabiki rigs, which I cannot wait to make them. I know sabiki rigs, like the hook doesn't have an eye, it's like pressed. Even in the larger ones I was looking at today, the ends are pressed and kind of glued onto the line. So I'm trying to figure out the best knot for it. But found a few, but I just haven't practiced enough. But yeah, so really stoked on these. But surely will, oh, like crap. That would get my attention. It's so fluid, the refractions. Really glad I picked those up. Because also, you never know. So getting right into it. Been trying to make some more of the Scottish flies, but it sent me right onto. Oh wait, first let me look down. Jeez, I'm sorry, y'all. I ramble sometimes. I'm not tired, but I'm like zenned out. I really look like this sweater. I should change until I'm zoomed in. It's just the oddest sweater. Good morning from Germany. Good morning. Guten Morgen. Hey, Swordborg. Anything for clicks. I wish I could tell you, but I'm not sure. Jello. So, yeah, let me change into something else. Well, maybe not. Maybe I'll just, get right into it instead. My pants are falling down in this shape. It's like a cropped sweater. But anywho, hope everyone's having a beautiful day. Evening. Sorry. So just hair. I guess I got this sweater like forever ago at a yard sale. It's actually PacSun. So that's a good. I really enjoy like that type of juxtaposition and irony. But it is very comfortable, so I wasn't gonna leave it as like a book, if even. And did go to the thrift store a few days ago and was finally able to get some really nice clothes. I live in South Florida, and we're still tying from this. The very, very, I could zoom out my time if anybody is new here, and you could find them like listed on eBay for a little less because it's about 120 something bucks. Somebody sent this in. I still have no idea who, and if it was you, please do let me know because I'm more than happy to make jewelry or send piles of flies just from practicing. And I did bring some other stuff that I made recently. Like, I like to make the chain just out of beads. And this one, I just made like a rainbow pattern because I thought it looked really nice with the mother of pearl compassy star. I love this charm. Found it in a broken jewelry bin ages and ages ago. And I do that a lot. I'll find old charms, these like, probably like 70s tourist charms. The chains. This is another one. The chain is these really old, really nice molded beads. Interesting shape. And then the charms, I can pretty much find just about any mold, but any mold that I have, I could reuse until they fall apart. So this one's just I'll get these some copper in it and like scrap copper just to see what it looks like. And I ended up really liking it, so I kept this one. And it was just a mess around one. I didn't put too much thought into it. Like the copper braid is heinous. However, this ended up sticking up there. Another thing I like to do is make these kind of inspired by rosaries, but they're all salvaged beads, and these pearls are really old. The blue beads are actually from a huge pile of old rosaries that the thread was completely worn down, but the pearls are really, really nice. they're real. I don't know why this one looks like chipped, but in the video, but real, and just salvage beads from old broken jewelry. And I know, you know, might not be the crowd that would be interested in this kind of stuff, but I like showing you the other stuff. I come from crafting and just kind of had a, you know, life shift. But this little broken bit of a bracelet I found years ago, and I just threw it on some scrap beads from Salvaged. Pearl, citrine, peridot, aquamarine, angelite, a bunch of really cool stones. And this one, I made another one for a friend because it's in the, and she's worn it every day. It touches my soul in ways I can't describe. Because I just make like simple things. I just like putting colors together and utilizing like salvage. It's not like the most expensive stuff. But I also like to get any coins that have holes in them already. I don't drill in coins personally, but because I like prefer the old ones. The art is killer. I was digging around in the compost outside all day, trying to get some plants out there. But 1850 something, they drilled into the number, but probably to stitch it in something. Two others. And these sterling silver amethyst drops I found in another box of broken jewelry. And then stuff like this. It's all sterling silver findings from salvage and just whatever somebody would want, I guess. And then these are just, sometimes I'll watch like documentaries that I might need a little bit of help sitting through. So I will sit and strand these necklaces just randomly, and they make really nice like random gifts and stuff. I have so many seed beads, and a lot of these beads are from really old clothing, and yeah, that was all. Stuff that I've been wearing the last few days, like out and about, because, you know, you are your own best billboard sometimes. And I've sold so many, mostly to people that, on the street. But here's another thing, if there's any plants that, like, are near and dear to you, I could coat them in resin. I'm finally able to keep the shape of it, rather than having to flatten them dry. And these are actually kratom leaves. This is crazy. A real plant. But these were new leaves, so I don't know if you, yeah, you can. Translucent. And in the sun they're quite nice. But, and they're hard and plastic. But UV resin. But anyway, hope everyone's having a beautiful evening. I gave a girl a very nice Steve Banner, but I'm sure that was lovely. You are you too, Popesco Christian Adrian. Let me see. So, I haven't had many plans today, but it's last minute, and I just really want to, like, make a cohesive little collection as a gift, and I'm not sure what directions, like, I think bass would be a good, like, target kit. And there is a lake relatively close called Lake Osborne, and It's actually mentioned in quite a lot of directions that I end up in online and looking for local spots. Sometimes get a little spoiled with the stuff around and kind of assume that, I don't know, I know the spot already, but no, it's an incredible spot, and it's been a good amount of years since I've been there. It didn't always have the best reputation due to the crime around it, like the park. Oh, what is that park called? I think it might even be called Hamlin Park or something, but it's a little island. It's on the lake, but it's a little island that juts out. It even has a little beach on it, and it's not the most savory park. However, really, really, really neat spot, and surrounded by water. And oh, what is that park called? But still on a mission to find or to catch peacock bass. I just have never seen one in person, and they're one of the most beautiful fish. For freshwater, I think I would choose that as far as like my favorite colors personally thus far. And in saltwater, probably, I mean, like excluding parrotfish and kind of like that would be the mahi mahi. The two are just that like extreme color change I really, really like. And indescribable. But haven't seen one in person, so this weekend's gonna try to plan a day where Walter also comes out so he can get some photography in, because it is a gorgeous spot. And if there is a chance that one is pulled out, you could get some really beautiful photos of it and perhaps find some really nice old frames to frame it. And like of the fish itself. And so that's the plan for this weekend, and hoping that to make it out. Now that the reel is spooled, though, I'm going to be able to keep it on me, because we pass the lake every single time we go to chemo and radiation, and that's every single weekday. So gotta bring it. I'm a Grand Master on jerk. What does this mean? Is this like masonry? That's pretty cool though. I dig y'all's art and symbolism. Alright, use of, I should say. I also really like, I think my favorite secret society, so cute, just kidding, is Order of the Goodfellows. The art and use of symbolism is just really, really breathtaking. I really like the 3 chains, the 3 link chains. I haven't tied a grubber in a minute, and I think that would be perfect for like Osborne. Because this week I'm also going to be getting codes, pole rigged also. Did I show you these codes? I pulled these aside for you. Johnny Walker Gold. Well, Code's favorite hook thus far is Aberdeen. I also found these that have just, they're gapers. Really nice. I can never get those boxes open. Alright. This is a very awkward sweater to sit in. Oh yeah. Very nice. Oh, that's true. Okay. These are the only ones. I think I'm gonna put like shrimp on these next time out and just see what, like, I'm not the best at setting a hook yet. And I don't want to be the best. I just want to be efficient enough to eat. And I didn't have much luck by any means on anything other than bluegill and the mine cichlids at the lake, But after watching this video showing how the bass prepare their snack or meal by picking it up and setting it down, picking it up and set it down. Sometimes they just slurp it up, but that picking up and setting down blew my mind, and it's something that I never stop talking, or forget it. Think, woman. Never stop thinking about. Because it was a night and day difference keeping the hook still. And being able to drag it through the water was already really nice. So I might go a different direction because I really would like some heavier hook or heavier flies, if you will. So is a jig heads? That's not a fly. What, or is that just a lure? Because I'm trying to think of the verbiage as far as how to describe, like, how to describe them. Are they all considered flies? Even large saltwater bait fish or squid or the jig heads? Are they all considered flies? Like, they have a ton of those jig head minnows, like, there, but, like, would it only be considered, like, would this be considered a fly? I'm trying to figure out where the boundaries are on that. Have been for a minute. Hey, it might be fun to make a worm. Yeah. A chenille worm. So this is a first. I'm gonna go and grab just the top of this thread. That's the one thing I wish wasn't the case. I fear losing the caps. The caps have all the literature on it. Telling you their name, size, order. Alright. Very excited to try a nice salty red. My red is very cottony. I'm also on a rocking ottoman, so that's why my movements are probably very odd. Odder than usual. But really nice thread. It's just silky as can be. It is twisted. I do like the flat ones. I don't know if I prefer them or what. I just love them so much because I've never worked with thread like that. Or it's flat and it lays flat. It's sturdy. God. Oh, yes, how you been? Late night stream. I was fixing to get on way earlier, however, my dad went to sleep a little early, and my mom was up and couldn't sleep, so I stayed up. Or I didn't stay up, but I stayed out there and talked a good deal. She it's like I told her, like there really are no rules like in life. If you wanna like you could sit and have a board meeting with yourself if you want to and pick a bunch of things to choose from. She's looking for a hobby, and she just cuts herself short too much and deems everything too difficult, which I get. This is something I deem too difficult for me or too complex. Knitting is another one, and crocheting from pattern is another one. But a few things I have on that list. But yeah, so it's been fun going through all these different crafts and stuff. But so leaning on the paint, the same paint that I'm gonna be trying my hand at, and the jelly gouache. Oh, it looks so fun. It looks like people have the time of their lives with it. it's just, I think it's going to be the easiest way for me personally to get color and color in doodles, because I doodle a lot, but coloring it in has been a little difficult. And I only have watercolors with me. It's really hot back here, but I can't really get the entire page drenched in vibrancy. I just don't have the patience yet with them and like planning, but really want to make some t-shirts, and so I'm trying to get my drawing to at least a place that like I could use them for stuff. Yeah. I draw a lot of Florida stuff, so like Florida themed stuff. Doodle, not draw. I can't do that, but anywho. So I may get a few more things, and I could sit down forever. Coffee here. Tomorrow there's only one appointment, so that's why I've been a night owl pretty much my entire life. However, the last 2 months I've been getting up at around 6 in the morning every day. Not complaining one bit. I've been wanting to get into that for a while. But out west it's a little difficult, but here you could force yourself on a walk and see a bunch of beautiful plants and get cuttings to bring back to codes. Gonna be walking to the mulberry or moringa tree tomorrow to see if any more seeds fell. Good. It's beautiful. Very excited. Oh shoot, Code, are you still here? If you're here, I got us 2 types of pompano jigs to give a go. Some big ones and some little ones. And these ones are freaking beautiful. I meant to go back to grab the other pack, and they had some more squid coloring ones, like grayish pink. And really want to give that a go. Pretty much my entire experience involves using a lot of squid and shrimp, which the shrimp you can get locally isn't the most sturdy. It kind of is mush. I always meant to get that like that thread that you use to tie the bait on, but just one more thing to forget. And so just would either salt them to get them kind of rubbery, or microwave them first, cut them in little pieces, and put them in a plastic container. That's what I do out at Code still, because then I could just throw that in my bike basket. But really want to go to Lake Osborne. Yeah, see the sweater, way better. I'll find some more solid color things. even if I have to wear one of my dad's t-shirts backwards. Because a lot of my clothes have a lot of patterns on it, and the camera just is fighting focus the entire time. So we're gonna start. Well, you know what? I gotta change eventually. This time I'm gonna read along as I progress through this far. Start thread at the no-tie zone and wrap towards the rear of the hook to the barb. Trim end of thread. This is what we're doing now. Also got some stuff from the neighbor, Wacky Worms. Some really, really nice soft plastic fish. Like, I'll grab it here in 1 second. Oh shoot, I brought the bucket out there, but I can still grab it. This thread feels indestructible. Hold that a little closer. Just move it back now. Scissors. Oops. Oh yeah, let me grab the soft plastic. Let's see. I'll take 1 moment. So I got these. Nice coloring for like Osborne. But these I'm really excited about. I actually found one swimming, but I just kept it so I could find more eventually. It's just got this really, really incredible, and that's like, that green is a bit under the surface of the rubbery flesh, if you will. And so it looks really, really nice. And so like Osborne this weekend, definitely gonna throw any of these on the larger pole and the hook going up. Very excited for these guys. Calcutta, which is that the best logo? I'm gonna put my daddy's shirt with that. Okay. Wow, that's just chenille. Just chenille and thread. This is simple as it gets, really. Or simple that, I mean, I'm sure it gets even simpler, shouldn't it? cut a section of velvet chenille about 3 hook shanks in length. 1, 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. So I'm guessing we're gonna tie in about a hook shank length. Yeah. I'm actually very excited for this. Worms, red worms, seem to be something that I at least do decent. Red worms. Oh, it's very soft, buttery thread, but if I let go with my palm, it slides like butter. Just taking one small step back for mankind. A red worm. So I'll definitely make another one of these. I think this will be really excellent to have. Oh! I didn't think I was going to be able to break it. You could always trim it if need be, but I might as well leave it. I might just... I wonder if you have to burn new tips or anything. Yep. So, I know I have a lighter in my purse. You know, you live in South Florida when you carry Narcan in your purse. They give it for free. I just like put one in my bag. I do have a first aid kit. I add stuff to it. It's really like 2 things in it. Anyway. Not in there. I also like making these tassels for the various stuff. Those pins and stuff. If anyone has a yes or no question. Code, do you have a yes or no question? Will the stars say no? No, I'm just kidding. Go for it. What is that walking through sale? Come pass it up, no way. I do. Oh, I think it might be on the table still. I took it out for the hospital. It's actually codes. Long-term borrowed. So many pockets. This thing is still holding up really good. They go on sale for like 23 bucks on Amazon. And it's one shoulder. It's brilliant. And my dad also has one because his cancer is on his neck. So I figured a bag with one handle would be ideal. I got it. Water. Sorry about that. I didn't notice my dad got up and he was watching TV out there. So I had to say, oh my god, I haven't seen you in so long. How you been? Just, but our mermaid is squirmy. So, well, I mean, very, very interested into seeing how this, and God forbid, I do have, what am I saying? I did see that, the scent, it's some form of, like, curing scent. I just saw a bottle I've never seen before. Tuppence is absolutely packed with just about everything you could possibly need. They don't have any fly fishing stuff. However, figure I just go in there sometimes to meander and pick up a few little things, or like a sabiki, because you can't ever have enough. And I'd rather like walk to Tuppence, like make coffee at home and walk to Tuppence and get a $2 sabiki every day than like get a coffee. I'm not like other people. No, but for real, yeah. Because like, as a human and a consumer, I do like popping into places and getting a little something, but I collected stuff for a long time, like vintage, really cool stuff. I just it became too much of a weight to manage. So I try to I also have a definite, not issue, I wouldn't say, but my focus isn't the best, and I'm aware. However, like, what the heck am I gonna do about that? I don't know. So, I just, got a little more militant with myself, if you will, which I've done before. I was sleeping too long, so I once threw away the bed I had, which was a perfectly fine bed, and replaced it with a 1970s army cot with the name Jackson written in a few places, and on the aluminum structural bars. And I'll tell you what, it worked. Because it'd be that last, because I toss and turn during the night, like constantly, and so it would be that last turnover where your hip bone will slam on the middle bar, and that was your alarm clock. So when I go back up, I'm gonna coat that really nice, because I do have a few bald spots there, which is fine. Beautiful as it is. I'm going to kind of compare it to this now that there is one. I don't want to. I was debating on listening to some music in my headphones, because it's such a quiet and late night, and you know. I wish I could put Satuichi on finally, because I know he's gonna really dig it. Oh, I didn't burn the edges of the other one. Jeez, that's what I was doing before man out there. Trying to get my dad to eat because he hasn't yet. I really need to get a scale. So we can do his weight here so you can see exactly. And more recipes for sure. And probably a lot of stews. And then I want to do a bunch of different consistencies as well. So perhaps even freeze some burritos. Just makes them really, calorie, nutrient dense, filling. And wrap and freeze into burritos. Because if you can get some chewing in that day, you could just have a burrito or just eat its contents. I think it would be kind of cool if I added something in these little channels. Like, even if it was like some darker red embroidery floss just in the quickest ones, and super fun, I will say. I wish I had some that was a little thicker or something, maybe. What's that getting stuck on? Is that the eye? Oh, shoot. God, that's scary when that happens. And then I'll drop the cement on the back and use a toothpick to get it. I kind of want to make them exact right now. Like as exact as I can. Not the biggest deal. We are new here. Kind of cute. Oh, the pocket knife. I'm sorry, I forgot about that. And I'm sorry about the TV. Water. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to see. There's no way. It's like 2 rooms away. And he's freaking out because he always has a headache. Do you think that the TV might be contributing? I'll be right back. So this is code. This is codes, but let me keep it in my bag. I'll keep it on the handle, and I took it off when I got here because we're pretty much in doctor's offices primarily, and all the stuff in the bag is like stuff to take and be a little occupied, so. I usually have the, because did get two of the casting kits, for really, really simple, and it was, they're like 20 something bucks, but they go on sale. They have, flash sales on Amazon, and, oh, this so loud, it hurts my ears out here, because it's like the TV speaker absolutely full blast. I don't mean to complain, but dear Lord, help me. So for the hospital, I just have notebook, and then I have fly fishing at the inshore waters, and looky crib. But because it's small, and I'm able to read excerpts out to my dog, because he's also not the most experienced with fly fishing. And turns out my grandpa did fly fish. My mom used to go with him. She didn't get into it, but my aunt Sue did, who unfortunately passed away a few years ago. She had a seizure, and when she fell, her head hit the parking stone, and then, yeah. Rest in paradise, Unky. That's what we called her. And I got 2 worms. Alright, I'll be right back. I realized what it was. YouTube has like totally different volume, and like full blast is like this much volume, but regular cable is totally different. And I realized he's probably watching regular cable and turned it on YouTube, and my theory was correct. So, going to let me think for one moment. Because well, I don't have a terrible amount of it, or I don't so I was thinking maybe I could twist it and double it upon itself, and then wrap it, use it to wrap the shank, but weigh it with lead wire. But is this coming with it? So I'm just going to stick with these guys, and Get her on that blocking. Oh, I like those. I do have that stress ball. I do want to find some more colors. Or a glow-in-the-dark one, rather. I really want to pull this one off. I couldn't figure out how to do the feather, so it like drives me nuts seeing it. So I was thinking of maybe cutting the rib off of the feather. Like just trimming it up here. I don't know what I'm thinking. I really don't know. But it drives me nuts. And I'm working on trying to figure out where I have my hair straighteners and curling irons, because I feel like they'd come in great handy here. I do have a little steam travel iron from like the 50s too. It's sitting upon a garbage can. But anyway, getting back to it. Might as well just skim this once more to see if there's any like Osborne appropriate patterns. I would like some larger things. Ladybug would be nice. Could weigh it. That would be nice stuff. This one is just pure black, no flash or anything. Or wire. Oh, no, wire. Looked at the picture and you didn't see it pictured. So, the woolly booger. And this pattern, or this one variation, not sure. This guy is coming from Hairline Dubbins. Hook, size 6, a streamer hook. Ooh, big and fun. I do keep meaning to try to find one of these Yufeng packs with the streamer ones and jig hooks. I'm ready. I'm willing. Able-ish. I really want to try to do some jig hooks because there's the weight. The issue is solved. Sleep deprivation. I'm just kidding. Kind of slept in a little bit intensely today, but my parents have known me for my entire life, so they know that I actually am managing to get up every day somehow. Been a night owl pretty well since, oh no, I knew I was gonna do it. So I have an issue, but I can fix it by just looking at these numbers maybe. So maybe the F is the color. So Revis F03. Alright, so this is that. Now FO3 is brown. What? Oh man. Barely. F4 is red. That's proper. F3 is like that nice caramelly brown. F17, we're getting close. Oh, no, F17, that's proper. E. Alright, F03 is rusty brown. Alright, cool. How did that happen? Oh. I just put the wrong one. This one I never put back. Jeez. I guess this one is it. No. So F3 is rusty. So now we gotta go. Okay. A is. I'm sorry. I mean, there is a reason why I've been leaving the titles of these streams pretty vague. Because I'm never sure. Everything's kind of up in the air. So. What song is that? Up in the air. I had to change your mind. Alright, I'll leave the black ones out so I can. Rusty blue. This has to be my favorite color thus far. The rusty brown. Not sure what size lens to use. Which I saw this lead at Top End, but it had adhesive on it. Oh, that's so bad. It was essentially tape. And I mean, I've seen like the half rounds. I don't know if it's called half round, but lead tape essentially to wrap nice and like thin. And I saw something similar, but it is adhesive strips, so I thought that wasn't ideal. Oh, hooks. It has no weight on it. But these are quite heavy. Maybe just leave it to these. I don't know. I quite like these. Downturn eye. Why is this happening? Those plastics are very small. Oops. Let me zoom out a little bit. This sweater was a score. Hasn't fought for focus much that I have noticed. And Caroline has supplied every little bit of everything. And this kit here is pretty nice, especially. Ooh. Hey. I like this. Wow. Wow. They're so soft. Wow. Incredibly silky. So I'm going to pick this one. Well, let us see how much. I think so then. It was meant to be. Maybe I should double it. This one is a little twisted, but that's okay. Okay, maybe we'll get another one, just in case. They're so silky. It's wild. There's a little kink in seemingly the same spot. It's okay. Whee! So I'm gonna wrap these back up. I very much a beginner, however, this company and their supplies have made me fall in love with making stuff with my hands all over again. UV resin did that, and UV resin did that for a while, however, it's not the best thing for you, especially in an enclosed space, and I was just not the most responsible with it. May have scarred my lung also from bleaching fabric indoors, but neither here nor there. Hey dude, how you doing tonight? Late night indeed. Tomorrow the appointment is not until 2. Ooh, nice. Not until 2, so got plenty of time. I'll probably sleep in tomorrow. Oh, these are also strong. Oh, that's really cool. That's the first strong marabou I've ever had. Oh, man. Ooh, yeah. I really like these ones. They have a little bit of a flat to them, but not quite. I like the instant tail. Oh man, I really am happy to be here. What? Gosh, I tell you what, if you're like going out and just want to spruce, you could like tuck this in if you were wearing a dress. Perhaps that like a fitted top. I mean, you could just stick these, and it would be like feather trim. That's all I'm saying, because a few things fan out really perfectly like that. They're incredible material. Very, very happy to be able to work with them. All I can hope for now is to begin getting a little bit more efficient or what have you. Everyone wants to provide something on this planet, and they're just like tinkering. I doubt I'll ever get into like watchmaking. See, that is something that is 100% too complex for me. Which I tried to make little mechanical things, and I really liked going into the watch repair shop. The guy that worked there was really, really, really fun to talk to. So some 6/0 thread. I'm still debating. I'm debating on the weighting. I don't know if I should wait, put lead wire on it, or just stay true to the pattern. Because really just using this like a little workbook. Haven't been able to focus much on watching videos, but keep missing run streams. Some of the videos that he has, look, I'm not sure what he's like targeting, but they look like they'd be really fun to throw in the lakes here for bass. So I'm just gonna stick to this pattern. Yeah, she'll do that. So I got a copper also. Yep. No tie zone. So I'll just also read the levels here. Let's see. I can't wait for that to be a comic of sorts. I have a comic I made, and I mention it every now and then. I really want to get going on it, but I need help like with some of my ideas. Cause they're not like, they're just like things that I want to make. Like I don't know how else to say it, but like I just like making with other people, because like minds are like the greatest computers of all time, human minds, like these ones. So yeah, and I always thought that'd be cool to get like people. Anyway, but I'm not even going to. I can't possibly get into it now because I just talked it up a weird amount, and I think it was later middle school when I came up with it. I discovered Charles Bukowski's novels. I think that's, I'm probably sure. And, but anyway. And she's based off of, like, Lake Worth characters, everyone in the story. But, and I have a bunch of doodles of it, but it's, Negative Nancy, the positive prostitute. She hates her life, but she loves her job. And, she hangs out at the Sandy Snatch. And it takes place in Singer Islands, which really exists here down the street. But here, it's like postcard art, and that's where the comics kind of take place. So it's multi-purpose. But God, I haven't thought of the postcard aspect in so long. I never even thought of, like, can you just make a postcard? I mean, I guess so, because you could put a stamp on a potato. Oh, it's too late to think out loud. I'm very excited to get somewhere this weekend. And got the baitcaster loaded. I probably won't stream the first outing with it because I know it's gonna take some getting used to, especially holding the spool, the spool. How much is too much? Use one of the black marabou feathers. With the marabou on your thread hand, measure the length of the tail the same distance as the hook shank is from the eye to bend. Transfer marabou to your materials hand. That's beautiful. Tie in. Secure the hook with firm wraps towards the rear of the hook to the barb. Trim the excess feather, and it's slightly easier to work with when wet. But let's get this one. The spine is a little mangled. Let me just rip some of this stuff off. It's a little distracting. Just trying to get it nicer, I think. So use the marabou feather in your thread hands. Measure the length of the tail, same as the hook shank is from eye to bend. So would that be just the whole hook, like hook length? I did get one under the, oops, shoot. Hook eye to bend. Okay. It's hard not to do sometimes. No. Alright. Man. Should I just ignore it? Okay. A little tired, can you tell? Very coordinated. That's not so good. At least oh, I'm so sorry for screaming in your face, but that got me a little bit. I could probably test my blood sugar if I wanted to. Ow. Got myself. Holy. I can't wait until I can move into the room and I could have a desk. The last like over a month I've been on a stool. There's one, just gotta also get out and get to some yard sales. I can find a table. Oops. I feel like my spine is gonna be definitely like a cursive one. this seating arrangement, but no complaints really.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Oh, happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Love you too. I'm your PJs.
You look nice and healthy.
Thank you. Also my mom's ghetto friend. I'm not sure. No, I'm not gonna do that. Just, I don't know. So, hope everyone's having a beautiful night. That's nice. Anyway, so next is rooster. And rooster. No, hen. Rooster. And take one black saddle feather. Cut the fluffy butt end off and trim the barbels along each side of the quill. Oh no, again. Is that just cutting the top, the tips off, trimming it? Do flies work in Florida fishing, bro? Absolutely do. If you check out saltwater fly fishing and the Keys and a lot of I really feel like a lot of the spots are gonna be really good locally to me because I'm pretty dang far from the Keys, but all my swimming spots are prime, loaded with the fish that I want to eat personally. I'm starting to try to find more unregulated species and smaller fish, usually mostly like associated with bait fish, sand perch, and sardines, anchovies. If I could get a hang of preparing fish of all sizes with and without bones. I just really want to focus on the smaller fish for the lack of heavy metals, but also for ease, so there's always nutrient-dense fish coming in, because that's the goal. I just want to become efficient at acquiring fish, as well as cooking fish, and other seafood. I guess I'll try out. Well, I'm just not sure. I like, but maybe it's just not proper. I quite like aesthetically, at least when the top of the woolly crowbar has like a nice kind of taper. Those are the webby ones anyway. I don't know, this feels wrong, but do it. try it. And it's got a lot of lakes, fishing boat, and some like shallow wetlands. However, gators are definitely a factor, as well as snakes and that thing. But no, like, whoops. Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and add it. I forgot the chenille. I wish I could bring this with me. And please, if anybody would like any flyers, more than happy to ship any out. I got stamps. I have envelopes. More than happy. I'm not gonna be able to test any for a while. I got the real at least with line on it a lot sooner than I thought I would be able to. So there's that. And now it's just gonna be about practicing, so thinking about doing something weighted, but on like maybe not too long of a leader. And again, I'm backed by very little experience, especially with this. I just I'm not able to fly fish. I have a lot of learning to do in that realm, and still looking for combo, but I do want to take the one I have out to the ocean though, so I can actually get in the water. Can't really do that in the lakes. I mean, you can, but it's a little scary. Okay. Forward wraps on the chenille. Theirs looks so thick and juicy. Mine is a little scrawny. So next go, I'll definitely add some lead wire in here. Make like it's 9 o'clock, and get the lead out. If anybody's in Palm Beach County and remember the gator, I don't know if that radio station, oh, I think it is still around, but it's like all Smashing Pumpkins, Today is the Greatest now. Which I don't mind, that song's great, but it's crazy, it always comes on like after the radiation plays. Oh, the TV is back. Okay, well, honestly, before I just like go nuts wrapping that, I might as well get down here with everything else. Hope everyone's night is as good as it can be. Hitting spring, which is personally my favorite time of year. Like it's not quite warm water, but walking and like meandering, micro adventures, exploring, and that kind of thing's really enjoyable without being too cold or anything like that. His spine is just intensely warped, but let's go, man. Losses. I wish I did add some flash though. Cataract. One, two. Forgot to mention I got locked out of my Discord on the phone for proper use. Can't seem to like where it's going, but it's starting to. Hey, no. Oh. Well, this time I gave myself too much room. Wonder if I should put something else on. Where is the flash? Well, maybe not. I mean, I guess might add something to the collar. Maybe brown. I'm not sure. Okay. I'm just gonna use this stuff since this is for messing around. I don't know if, like, cause I just didn't see the best reviews on it, I suppose. So I didn't see any of that before. That's funny. I am Southeast Florida, so Palm Beach County. Dying to check out Boca. There's a bunch of spots I'm just not gonna nitpick, but I could have done a lot better, I think. Cause I just wish I added a little bit more flash of this hair tinsel. It's really, really strong. I mean, the fibers themselves are super long. It's already like a fish, but really sturdy. I mean, it's made to like even like brush your hair with it still in it and bathe and swim, yada yada. But really nice black strands with like rainbow refraction. So, yeah. Not the best wardrobe, nothing special, but simple. And it'll be fun to really fun to bring. Especially if it gets dark. I'll pull this one out. Like sunset maybe. So, anybody has any pattern recommendations? I just want to keep my hands busy and therefore my mind in a beautiful place. Again, just happy to be here. Very much beginner, but I'll definitely be here for a while. It's just a general, very general love for just anything crafting. So I really appreciate that. I could use one of my favorite pastime activities to perhaps acquire food. Blows my mind. And I will figure out ways, plenty of people do. I see a lot of really clever people on the internet, so using those sinkers could fill with water to get a little extra weight, that kind of thing. Went at the ocean, and unfortunately also I really do need I have so many questions as far as how to rig the pole, and perhaps what you might think the best knot would be to, I guess, streamers or shrimp in shallow, rocky shoreline. Because some of my spots have big rocks you could stand on under the water. And it's there'll be a foot of water. And I like jumping off of them. Kind of, So really want to find the rock piles. And they've been adding a lot of rock piles for swimming trails. Okay, I think I'm going a little too hard on this. Okay. Caterpillary. Oh. Always looking for more patterns. There's a few. This one on a total, just like image search rabbit hole. Not rabbit hole, but K-hole. It was trapped willingly. Well, I don't know. But I know that the salmon flies are like incredibly gorgeous. Absolute art. However, I have found this one page that, I'll be real, first like immediate thought when I was skimming Google images, because they were already very breathtaking, was, oh wow, AI flies. But it wasn't. Which reminds me, I keep meaning to look up AI flies. I'm wondering if anybody has used AI to design a fly. Like based off of every documented fly. Make the best one. Cause like, yeah, I kind of probably have a more mundane view of AI. It's just like, I don't know, but it would be kind of cool to have something that, you know, had its output much like a conversation, and you could, in theory, ask every bit of information ever documented, or like whatever, like ask the system to filter through it, and it reads it back like yeah. Because I don't know. I think I would have a robot if I could, because then I would just have it. I would just be asking it stuff all day. Like if it had that pure, like, just all information ever documented accessible, and like there was this big initiative to scan in every book you come across, even if it's like, you know, one copy ever produced, or a book that's to even like a little well, or a banned book, just any book, any notebook, any oh, maybe not diaries. Some things must remain sacred. But, and scan everything, and then you can access it all like that. In like my like imagination, that's kind of what, you know, the nice part, I guess. And, you know, life is subject to change, and we only have one that we're absolutely sure of. Like, at least I don't, you know, not like, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I just, yeah. Important, I guess. Feels as such. So let me put him back in. And he's all scruffy. I trimmed the hackle way too much. Way too much. I'm not like tired, like exhausted, but I'm it's very easy to zone out these days. Like, even if I stop talking for a second, it's like tunnel vision, but like tunnel existence. It's beautiful. However, things are going pretty well as far as making every appointment and making sure no treatments get pushed. I do want to make more of these cool cat soft hackles. The only thing is, like, I need to get in that water so dang bad. Because I'll be able to see what the soft hackle looks like, because I'm trying to figure out, like, I want to do that, but instead of peacock curl, do silver tinsel with, like, maybe red wire, and keep that green, keep the partridge, and make like 5 of them and put them on little hooks and hook them together and try to use it as a sabiki. I don't know if it will work. I don't see why not though, because a lot of the sabikis are just like little tassels, and like some have hackle tips and some have little tufts of marabou, so I don't see why not. I just want to make the sabiki so bad. It's my favorite. Like, it's usually either just me or my dad and I, and nowadays Code and I. So cast net, I mean, eventually when I start learning how to efficiently cook the bait fish, I will be using that cast net. Oh yeah. And but for now I just need a few here and there. So just use a sabiki, and it's pretty dang instant, and if it's not instant as is, you could throw a tiny little scrap of bait fish that like you find lying around, or if squid kind of stays on there nicely. So yeah, a bunch of fish with those. They were like the most thrilling thing in the world when I was a kid. They should make like my first sabiki. Just well, because like you never know if one fish is gonna be on it or 5, and small fish, bait fish, but very useful and efficient as heck. I don't think I've ever caught nothing with the sabiki. Maybe that one time at Blue Heron where it was like even having a big honkin' fresh piece of squid, or well, frozen, but you know what I mean? Yeah, on a hook just sitting there at a pillar, and nothing cleaned it off at all, not even remotely. Not even from, oh, I didn't see this. I almost called it a little thing, but I said this instead, and it's literally called Little Nymph Thing. I'm gonna go for that right now. That's gorgeous. The tail is Hungarian partridge feather. Wow. Cool. The different patterns yield such different looks, like wildly different, the tail, wildly different than like the more speckly feathers that look like just like segmented mosquito legs. How did I hit that so hard? Well, I don't know. What time is it? 2:37. Well, maybe I will. Oh, if anybody does, I know people have like their opinions about Call of Duty, but you know, again, as I often say, we live ones that we're sure of, and it's really the only game I know how to play. So I'm gonna try to hook the TV up and try to utilize some of this like too much energy. And it's one of the only things that I've ever had that you could have like adrenaline rushes, rage, pure kinds of rage, and like your heart is good, like you'd be sweating sometimes. It's glorious, and I just don't know any other live games that are cross console. I've given Battlefield a go, but I tell you what, I did not know that there was small maps like Team Deathmatch until today, or I think it was today or yesterday. I always just spawned into this great big area, and by the time I'd find people, I'd be gone, and then I would have to run all the way back, and then I'd find people, I'd, again, be removed from existence, and just couldn't get the hang of it. I really like the parachutes, though, and I just play quick games on, oh boy, there's gonna be an update. Dang, I should have asked Code if he could update it, because that's gonna be rough. Like, the games are a few minutes each, and it's live, so it feels a little bit more, I don't know, satisfying to play, and eventually, if we find more people that still play, I guess, or could, like, strategize, which I've been so, and so, play Code a lot, and it's just a nice little, like, like a crossword puzzle. I did Assassin's Creed Origins for a long time, however, I was blowing through it, and I was mostly just exploring and, like, going through stuff. They did a really good job of, like, I was seeing it in the Egyptology documentaries and, like, well, YouTube videos on Egypt. And I eventually one day noticed that, wow, this is quite literally a video game. And so I found it, but it's not live, so it's like you set the pace the entire time. So sometimes I'll just, like, walk around on a horse or fly around as a bird, but yeah. I'll look through this book one more time, because I always regret cutting the stream, because right now I'm home away from home at my childhood house. If anybody is here or sees this that's new, I'm to come back. My dad is going through cancer treatments for neck and lung cancer, so I definitely want to do one of these bucktail streamers. I'm very excited. Rayon is my favorite material, like, to wear, besides silk, and my mom went to school for textiles, and I didn't know, actually, that rayon was made to be almost like a synthetic silk, which I did not know that. It makes sense now, so I'll always pick something up that fits if it's rayon, because I know it's gonna look like that 20 years from now. Alrighty. Well, I can't even comprehend words right now, so I guess probably going to there's a few of these I want to try so bad, but I really want to get to the lake within the next day or two, so I really want to focus on, like, making some tailored for that, and I have a few ready that I want to bring. Like, I did try to make one woolly grubber, and it is weedless. First and only attempt really a weedless anything with the mono, and I really want to see how that holds up. And also, these soft plastics are sure to ensure a really good time. So there's plenty of spots. If you look at Lake Osborne, there's a ton of spots. There's docks, there's little shorelines, there's little like juts of like grassy moundage that hits the water just nicely, and really old trees, plenty of shade. And that park, McMillan, that's what it's called. McMillan. Well, I guess we're just hanging out for a second anyway. I don't like how the camera's looking up though. It's got a pretty heavy tilt going upwards, but and got this interrogation lighting right now. Yes, this way. My eyes are a little removable fried too, so I need a haircut also. I want to do it myself. I have scissors, and I finally can because the I'm sorry, code. The well water has been finally stripped from my hair. My hair was like a scarecrow. It was so dry and like orange, like wood, like this. But you can't see that. But I got it all stripped out. But now it feels totally different, like my hair always did. And I forgot how hard it is to keep it in hair clips because they just slide out. And so my hair was super dry. I could essentially just stick a stick in there and it would stay. So I started using rain, like only rain, and then well, it stopped raining for a good long while, and so that didn't become very efficient. But the hard water and from photo walls can be pretty hard, and like if you wash something white, it comes out looking tea stains. But it's all good. Plants don't seem to mind it. Plants seem to like it. Yeah. But oh, these are quite nice. Walter, his parents were clearing out a garage. Aren't these impressive? Quite old. They're my favorite belongings right now. That's excluding clothes and my supplies. I don't really have my personal like objects with me. I'm starting to get hungry. I do have a few like old pocket knives, but I don't carry them with me anymore. I lost one, and it's a little hot back here, and I'm wearing a sweater. But it's comfortable. These pants are really comfortable. But this found at a yard sale. Found a few like this. Some have like names, but super sharp. If you go to yard sales and thrift stores and see a bin, any bins, look through them. Even if it's tools or sewing stuff, look through them, because you'll find little old tools or gadgets, like every time. I always find the best stuff at the bottom of bins. I like yard sales probably are my favorite. Out of yard sales and flea markets, flea markets are essentially like 1,000 yard sales, so top tier. But yard sales, church sales, flea markets, the stuff like was made with such better quality anyway. Like I found coded working. I collect Seth Thomas clocks. I don't know why. It's not like a conscious collection. It's just I come across a lot of Seth Thomas clocks, and when I find one, I put it with the other Seth Thomas clocks. But that is working. It's a working alarm, which is pretty nice. Which, not a single one that I've found this far has a working alarm still. And completely manual, no batteries needed. You just wind it, a proper clock. Like that kind of stuff a lot, especially in Southeast Florida where it does storm and the power does go out. So manual stuff does come in handy, but it's very, very hot and I'm very sweating and my hair is like, but that's quite alright. It is 2:50 in the morning here in Southeast Florida. I got up really early, but it's like I like slept in, but not really. I kind of just watched like slow-paced videos online. Found one that was just like a wooden boat going a few hours. But did want to give an update on Mario Pierre Luis, the artist in Haiti. He did leave Port-au-Prince and he's on his way elsewhere, and within Haiti. But it looks like a lot better and holding up well, because he has a art school, and the earthquake completely destroyed his original school, and then the up like what's happening now, so never caught a break. But through the entire like every single like horror, he's carves imagery out of wood and paints it, teaches kids and like people all ages, always a group of people around him, like always doing stuff. It's a very, very very incredible fellow human and super vital to his community, and the most wicked art that I've seen in a long time. And actually I found his art like years ago when his school was still like all, you know, all thriving. But the earthquake, yeah, one thing after another, really, really brutal. And dude has not set a paintbrush down, like not even once, seemingly, which respect that highly. And creating through chaos is just, yeah. But I hope that dude has a really solid future, because made of pure gold. But his Instagram is in the description to the video, so please do check out his art. Very fascinating, and like his eyes see like absolute nightmarish reality right now. So see that being put into colors and like really just. I did a fundraiser a while back. I do need to do another one, and maybe like tie flies like in color combinations of his paintings and whatever. I just wish I was a little better, or I could do drawings or doodles. I don't know, something. Last time I was able to raise $140, which was, you know, not like, it's not, you know, like astronomical, but it's not nothing. And it went to a good place. And PayPal makes it really easy. You could literally make a fundraiser on PayPal for anyone, and it promotes it through their app. So most of the donations, I didn't even know the people, and I wasn't. I was kind of streaming to myself back then, which, you know, I thoroughly enjoyed. So I think it was cathartic. But his art has impacted me endlessly, and anywho, hope everyone has a beautiful night. I'm gonna brush my hair and probably Happy Valentine's Day! Happy Valentine's Day, Global. Nice, thank you. Yeah. So I made this like plain black woolly rubber, but I cut his hair a little too short, but it's okay. Gonna see what it does like that with short fibers, because it changes completely. Like it's easier to push them down when they're long, and then these kind of stick up a little bit more stubbornly, which might be really cool. A lot of these I have never seen in water or swimming, so that's gonna be interesting. Does this zoom in? It looks a little more zoomed in than I remember. But also made some worms. Very simple worms, and these are still all patterns from the Hairline Dubbin fly tying kit. And the worms, as simple as it gets, just some chenille. And yeah, I was hoping to get a lot more tied tonight, but it is a little dark. I think I'm going to pop on earlier tomorrow, maybe around 3 or 5, 3 to 5. And try to get some light in this corner to see a little more, because it's hard to stay tying. It's a dark one. But I was also thinking of like doing a white sheet so it refracts more light. I gotta get creative sometimes, but yeah. The room isn't gonna be ready for another like month or two, because I mean, after get it cleaned, which don't think it's gonna start that this weekend, but Monday through the week. After get it cleaned, gonna at least be able to put a carpet down and start one wall, wall by wall, paint, and set up shop, at least a temporary spot, and it should be nice and bright, and get some fresh air and all that. That hurts my name, but it's the television. Oh my god. I really need hangers. All my clothes have been super wrinkled, but y'all don't want to hear about that. Anywho, I hope everyone has a golden day, and the rest of the evening, and happy Valentine's Day. I love y'all. Very sweaty right now back here, but love y'all. Hope you have a golden day and a beautiful evening, and may but yeah, I don't really have any plans today, but hopefully gonna go fishing, and even if it's an hour, because got one bait caster up, and then tomorrow I'm gonna bring Codes and get his spooled form, because can't beat the convenience. I was gonna grab just a spool of line, but it's like $22, and I was like, So I just had him spooled. It was like $6, so yeah. And anyway, but oh no, Yo too. I like that's funny. But I hope y'all have a beautiful evening, and I'm gonna keep talking myself into a circle, but I kind of I have so much energy, and I think it doesn't help that I turned off all the lights. Also, I did it to myself this time. But anyway, if you see my Activision ID in the description and you happen to be on Modern Warfare 3, I don't know if I'll be on tonight because the update is gonna be like 18,000 hours. But yeah, again, like I'm not the best, but I really enjoy myself, so I don't really care. Yeah. I do try. I don't want to like. I get weird guilt like conflicts with Call of Duty. Like if I'm not like putting my heart and soul into it. I'm like, what happens if it's like somebody in this lobby's like only game they get to play today? Because this is like the only 2 seconds they get. I mean, don't know. It's just like any inspiration. And any game like that that's cross-console and is at least like fast enough paced where you can't really think about things too much. More than happy to give them a go. I like the cross-console live games because then it doesn't matter what console someone's on. I only have a PS4, so I you know, yeah. But on that note, hey, I see. Happy Trails, yeah. PS4. Yeah, I love that thing. I just, I'm still mad. I didn't know it took a monthly service to connect to online services. One day I went to play a game like usual, and it's like, I had no idea, because I've been using codes, and it's just like, didn't want to, I don't know. That's intense, but I get it. It's kind of worth it, honestly, because I think it's important to get your heart rate up like throughout the day, and it's like just pulled like my hair clip. Anyway, happy that's a big old heart. It's one of the first yard sale items I like remember vividly getting. I filled 2 garbage bags that day with the coolest stuff I've ever seen. But honestly, we're here every weekday and learning to tie flies. This is quite plain Jane woolly grubber. The tail might be a little long, and the hackle might be a little short. But I'm gonna bring it tomorrow to Lake Osborne. I'm really stoked. Trying to, yeah, but I did it to myself tonight, having all the lights off. I've been trying to be a little bit more eco-friendly because, wow, my hair. I pulled the hair clip out because Lake Worth Utilities is some of the most. My neck's just cracked. They it's like Gucci Electric. It's and they get a little carried away, but Barbaros, cool name. Y'all have some really cool names. But on that note, I have like just too much energy. I have like hyper energy, and to keep myself from rambling, I'm gonna disappear. Love y'all. Happy trails. We'll be back tomorrow, and happy Valentine's Day. Please have a day made of pure gold, and shall see you tomorrow. Happy trails.